Hey everyone, how's it going? This is Kyle from the TF Review, and welcome back to another edition of Megazord Monday. In today's episode, we're taking a look at another Zeo Megazord. This is the Super Zeo Megazord, the second core Megazord received by the Rangers during Power Rangers Zeo. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy this video review. And here we have the Super Zeo Zords in their humanoid forms, and I first want to apologize for the condition that they're in. This is definitely not the best Megazord that I have condition-wise. They are all missing their stickers. That's just the way I kind of got them when I ended up picking up the Zord. It's also missing the two yellow swords that it came with, which are just two little yellow basic swords. They're nothing fancy, so I'm okay with them. And also on the final Megazord form, there is a yellow crest on his head. Unfortunately, I'm also missing that. And more times than not, you're going to see these Megazords missing the swords and the crest. It's just something that kind of happens along the way. So essentially what I have is the core toy. This is basically what you get when you pull the toy directly out of the box, without applying any stickers or giving it any weapons and whatnot. And here we have them. The way I have them ordered are Super Zeo Zord 1, Super Zeo Zord 2, Super Zeo Zord 3, and Super Zeo Zord 4, and Super Zeo Zord 5 right here in the middle, of course, is the Red Ranger Tommy. They're all fairly basic. They're just basic humanoid robots that represent the shapes on their helmets. Very simple, but very different. Starting with Super Zeo Zord 1. I don't know what that was. These are all basically fairly minimalistic toys. She's got a bit of arm articulation and whatnot, and that's generally the only articulation that you're going to get out of it. My phone just went. Apologize. And they all have arm articulation for the most part. No feet articulation and nothing really on the back. But I do like all these toys. They have a nice silver paint app, and their colors are done in a real nice metallic finish. Super Zeo Zord 2 belongs to the Yellow Ranger. She's also got the arm articulation, but she does have a bit more leg articulation. If you want, her legs can bend. And she does have a thigh swivel, which is pretty good, and you can get her to do like a Bigfoot pose. And you'll notice she's got this big hunk. This is the head of the core Megazord. If you're not happy with it, you can actually just pull it off. It's actually just pegged into the back. So if you did want to display them in their Zord mode, their basic Zord mode, you can remove the head and put it off to the side. Just don't lose it. Looking at Super Zeo Zord 5, he also has a good amount of articulation. The arms can move in and out, and they can rotate. I guess you just really have to pull them. They have a nice little ratchet, move in and out. His head actually rotates on this nice little turntable type thing. His legs can move in and out, and they do bend at the knee. So he's got probably the most amount of articulation of any of the core. Now with Super Zeo Zord 3, he's got knee articulation. And his arms do bend, but they are hindered by his giant chest triangle. And that's basically it. He is the thinnest and the smallest and the most petite and tiniest and most pathetic of all the Zeozords. But at the same time, everything kind of relies on him to hold in the Megazord form. And lastly, we got the big boy himself. This is Super Zeo Zord 4, belonging to the Green Ranger. He just has a big square in his chest. And that's all he is. The legs on mine do get a bit loose, so you do need to be wary of that. Not a lot of detail in the back, but he does have some nice sculpted robotic detail, which I really dig. And the most important thing I forgot to mention on Super Zeo Zord 5, he's got a camel toe. You ever notice that? Something I just recently noticed. He's got a little camel toe. Isn't that cute? You're so cute. Alright, so that's basically it for the core humanoid robots. I really like them. But for playability, they're as basic as they can get. And it is literally what you see is what you get, with just minimal articulation. Now to transform it, we'll start right here with Super Zeo Zord 1. All we need to do is pull her apart. And starting on this side, you'll notice there's a panel right there and a panel right there. We just want to take that, flip it over, flip that down. And then get her arm, compress it, and lift that up. And we can put that down. Then we want to do the same, compress the arm, and put them down. And now we have the base of her feet. And we also want to make sure the metallic parts are facing outward. Then we can go ahead and take the big boy himself, and he will also just split in half. And then what we need to do, take the arms, rotate them back, and now rotate this panel around. And his feet, his legs. Let's see if I can get this. It kind of sticks sometimes. That just folds inwards. And then what we can do is we take it and we just want to sit this down. Now you want to look for, there's a little cut. You'll notice it kind of cuts inward right there. That actually lines up perfectly with the round part on her feet. So just make sure that they do come close like that, because it's an awkward fit. It's a really, really awkward fit in a really awkward joint. Then we want to do the same on this side. It's literally identical. And that is it for the legs. We can put these kind of to the side, and now we've got ourselves Super Zeozord 3. Is this 3? Yes. His transformation is also pretty easy. Take the arms, fold them back, and then his legs split like this, and fold around. And then we also want to fold his head back like that. And his robot legs will just kind of compress and hide the arms. And these just peg right like that. I feel like that wasn't a good connection. There we go. Yeah, I wasn't sure why it wasn't going in right. Then we want to take Super Zeozord 5 and compress his arms inward. Do the same on this side. And then we want to take his head, rotate it around, complete the star design, and then his feet just fold up, and then they clip into place right there. Do the same on this side. Fold up and clip into place. Then he can come down. You want to make sure his camel toe just pegs right down like that. And we're almost done. Last, we've got Super Zeozord 2, the Yellow Ranger. Before we do that, we do want to make sure we get this headpiece back on. Yeah, we make sure we do that. Then we can rotate the arms down. And we want to make sure these arms, when they're folded back, they're pointing downwards. Then, I'm not going to do the big reveal yet. I want to save the big reveal. We can put it like that. It just rests on the shoulders of the star. And we want to rotate the hands around. Then we take the head, fold it down. You'll notice the crest piece right there is missing, unfortunately. And then there are some buttons at the bottom of the arms that you push. And get ready, guys. Get ready. Now, Super Zeozord has hands, and there's the Super Zeozord in all of its glory. Now, if you wanted to, you could take the swords that came with it that I don't have and stick them in his hand, but luckily I do have a couple swords. These swords belong to a Ninja Turtle friend of mine. Isn't that cute? I just happen to have them. And these will be just fillers, all right? They're cute. They work, all right? He's going to shank you with them. So the Megazord itself is fairly basic. It is a good, sturdy Megazord. From an aesthetic standpoint, I love the way it looks, the geometric shapes stacking onto each other. The Japanese version of this toy is called the O Blocker, or Blocker O, which is perfect because you're literally just stacking shapes onto one another. And I think that it is really very unique and very fun. For articulation, the arms can rotate 360 degrees. He's got a bend at the elbow, as well as a bicep swivel, and that's basically it for all of the articulation. He does have an ankle tilt, kind of, but it's more for the transformation, really. And that's it. So, for the Super Zeo Megazord, Super Zeo Megazord, I like it a lot. I think the value of this toy comes from the transformation more so than the individual Zords or the big Megazord combined mode itself. But the transformation is one of the most fun that I think we've ever gotten. And it's got just a play value that I think is still more fun than a lot of toys today. And it's one of the only Megazords that you can literally do this. So that is why I love it. Just for the fact that putting this thing together and taking it apart is a lot of fun, and it makes for an excellent desktop toy. So, that does it for this review of the Super Zeo Megazord. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this edition of Megazord Monday. Be sure to join me next Monday for a brand new video review of a Power Ranger Megazord. I hope you're looking forward to it as much as I'm looking forward to bringing it to you. And be sure to follow me on Twitter at the TF Review. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.